Our first question, who is right, the government or the agitating farmers? That's the big conundrum, viewers, because that's been a question that has been asked multiple times over ever since we've seen massive farm protests starting all the way in 2020. The other question that we are asking this evening, from being placative, because mind you, the Punjab government was always very placative of the farmers. They actually stood and took on the central government when, in firing, one farmer had died in Haryana. In 2020, the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi stood shoulder to shoulder with the farmers. So the question that we are asking this evening, has the Punjab government changed its strategy when it comes down to its farmer policy, how to deal with farmers? The larger question stemming from there, are farmers being unreasonable? And has the government failed to deliver on promises to farmers? And are successive governments losing patience with farmers? Does India lack a cohesive agriculture policy? Is the final question that we're asking this evening. All right, I want to cut across right now to our panelists. R.P. Singh, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party; Dr. Sunny Singh Ahluwalia, Spokesperson, Aam Aadmi Party; Ravneet Singh Brar, National Spokesperson, BKU Kadyan. But BKU Kadyan faction is also part of the SKM faction, which is protesting right now in Punjab. I want to begin with the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, Dr. Sunny Singh Ahluwalia. And the question, sir, is very straight. Let's go back to 2020. The Samyukt Kisan Morcha was one of the key factions that was holding protests at the Singhu border for over a year. At that point of time, the Delhi government, headed by then Arvind Kejriwal, stood shoulder to shoulder with these farmers, accusing the central government of not listening to them. Has there been a change in strategy? Because last year, when there were firing on farmers in Haryana, Bhagwant Mann once again spoke up for the same faction, on which that meeting which took place yesterday, he walked out now. Is there a shift in strategy by the Punjab government when it comes down to how to deal with farmers?
Preeti, definitely there is no change. The agriculture state of Punjab, the top priority remains that our farmers, whatever their demands are, we should sit on the table, we should negotiate for them. The Chief Minister of Punjab has been negotiating with the center team as well. But when it comes to holding a big protest, you can very well know that Punjab is already the border state. And on the border state, when we enter from Haryana, there is only one entry, that is from Haryana, or we can enter from Rajasthan. The Haryana entry is blocked from one side. That is blocked from the Haryana side as well, and there are some farmers protesting at that. And then we have one more entry where also there is little blockage there also. So there is a heavy rush which is coming to the Punjab via Chandigarh. And the farmers, when the chief minister is ready to negotiate on everything, on their every demand, then they should not say that we will even come to Chandigarh and will roko the Chandigarh at the same time for 1 week long. It will cause inconvenience to not only to the public, to the industry of Punjab. At one time, the Punjab government, the chief minister of Punjab is trying to negotiate with the center and is also negotiating with the Punjab farmers. Out of their 18 demands, the 9 demands were accepted on the first day. After accepting 9 demands, if the farmer association at any time says that we will block the roads, this is not a way. We are living in a state where there are other people also. There are industries there are traders there are school going
Sunny Singh
kids also there.
Ahluwalia,
So
as I bring in Ravneet Singh Brar into this conversation, the language you're speaking, Mr. Dr. Ahluwalia, is exactly the language which the centre spoke in 2020, that this is causing inconvenience, traffic jams. There are other people that you're inconveniencing.
no, but I'm saying that if there are five ways which are coming to Punjab, and out of that, two ways are blocked, then what is the area? How can we see our business? How can we see other things as well? When there are 10 multiple places coming to one place, then you can see what happens. But when we are ready to negotiate, the center was never ready to negotiate. Even now, the problem is with the center that the center promised the legal guarantee on the MSP, but they are not giving the legal guarantee on MSP. Now we are trying to negotiate at the same time, but that doesn't mean that you block the state highways from all the sides. So it is our request to the farmers. We are ready to negotiate at every time with farmers. Farmers are our Annadata. They provide, they are the food capital. They are providing everything for the India. They are providing everything, the rice, the wheat, which is required. At one time, there is shortage of wheat all over India, but the Punjab farmers are providing that. At the same time, we want to negotiate. We don't want the state to suffer.
Okay.
Even the wheat carrying the railways through the
Okay.
railways, if we stop that,
All right, I'll
also,
come
there will
back to
be a
you.
big
Okay, I'm gonna circle back to you. I want to cut across to Ravneet Singh Barar. Ravneet Singh Barar, the Chief Minister of the Aam Aadmi Party Chief Minister of Punjab, is very clear, saying, is at least what is being alleged right now on the show, that our doors are open, but you've got to be reasonable. You cannot be unreasonable and inconvenience the people by blocking all routes. Number one. Number two, Ravneet Singh Barar, the list of demands, and I'm going through them, and correct me if I'm wrong, sir. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it also has some bizarre demands of change the national education policy. What do farmers have to do with the NEP?
Thank you, Preeti ji. Let me start with just few corrections. My panelists sitting across me, because we are coming to Chandigarh not to block roads. We already had a meeting with Chandigarh administration. It was additional deputy commissioner on Friday, and we asked him to allocate us sector 34 ground or some other ground where we can sit and protest for a week long. And it was earlier we came last year, and for a day we came to sector 34. It was a peaceful protest, and we went back from the route that was designed for us. Same way we wanted to come this time, and we were keen to sit there, just because otherwise our demands, which were 18 demands we were discussing, out of 18, 12 demands were the demands which Chief Minister of Punjab has already agreed to it. In 2023, 19th December, we had a meeting with Honorable Chief Minister, sir, and he agreed to 12 demands, but none of it was implemented on ground. That's why we came again, and we wanted to discuss every time we have a meeting, but the demands are not implemented on the ground. And other thing, we were coming from different parts of the Punjab, not to block highways or to block railways as it is portrayed by Chief Minister sir and other panelists. We were coming straight from Punjab and entering a point, a ground or something like Ramlila ground in Delhi, or there is a ground in 25 sector or 34 sector. We would be sitting there, and we would be providing our demands to have a meeting with CM sir, so that it should be fulfilled. And the other thing, the policy for education. Yes, we were concerned, because even our children goes to school, and we were concerned about the changes in the policy. That's why we were bothered.
Ravneet Singh Barar, I'll come back to you on policy, because I want to bring in the BJP spokesperson, because I will come back, sir, and maybe, you can touch upon that, because the question I will raise, and I will give you some time to think about it. If farmers are protesting, you would hope that they at least limit their demands to what really matters to them immediately. But to nationalize licenses of arms and weapons, scrap national education policy, don't put domestic electricity meters, even though, farmer electricity is already free, are some of the demands that can be debated and are worrisome, though. Why should farmers be putting these demands is the question. I'll come back to you. But I want to go in to the BJP spokesperson, RP Singh. RP Singh, the fact is, traditionally, historically, the context is that you have to occupy public space to protest. That is the right to protest, and that's the only way you build pressure on the establishment, is to occupy public spaces. So, even though the Aam Aadmi Party suddenly seemed to suggest that you're inconveniencing people, though in 2020, this was your grouse, but the Aam Aadmi Party at that time was standing with the farmers. Do you see a hypocrisy there?
Preeti, issue is not what space they will pick up or where will they go and protest. This secondary. First is what happened in the meeting. There's the bigger concern. And why meeting was called off in a huff. There's another bigger concern. Well, I don't know, the farmer leaders have been telling that out of 18, 8 demands were discussed. And all of a sudden, Chief Minister Saab says that, no. You first promised me that you will not do agitation on 5th, and then I'll go further. But there's no way to negotiate and talk. I mean, if you have made commitments, fulfill commitments. If we have made commitments, we should also fulfill commitments. And if they think that it has to be done by us, then why you are holding meetings? We are already holding meetings with the farmers. Our ministers are already holding meetings with the farmers. We'll resolve the issues as per the requirement of the farmers. But issue is that you are holding meeting, you make commitments. For example, in neighboring state in Haryana, MSP is there for every crop, even to the extent of vegetables also, but it's not there in Punjab. So obviously, for example, another state, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, they are given bonus of probably 175 rupees and 150 rupees over and above the MSP to the farmers on the wheat. For example, Rajasthan, if I rightly remember, is giving 6,000 plus 6,000 to the farmers as the Kisan Samman Nidhi. So it's every state has their own parameters and their own pointers to work on. But I mean, if you're discussing something, why do you walk out in a huff? That's the bigger concern. Was that once you come with a commitment that you're there to discuss and talk on a subject, then you don't come with it at all. My time gets over by 7:30 as some other engagement. But that doesn't work. Well, if you have made a commitment and the farmer leaders are on record saying that he said has ample time, I'll discuss each and every issue. But we all know
so that's
Mr.
your
Bhagwan
question.
has problem with the time in the evening.
Okay.
After
right.
8 p.m. After 8 p.m. is difficult.
All right. Okay. I'm going to. The fact is, it can be amusing, but the political stands were completely different of the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP in 2020 when the farmers were protesting at the Singhu border. In politics, like they say, where you stand is where you sit. And now it seems to be completely the opposite. I'll go across back to the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. And there is a relevant point that has been raised by both the farm unions and now the BJP. Because Dr. Sunny Singh Ahluwalia, the BJP is asking the same questions that you asked the BJP in 2020, which is number one. Why walk out in a huff? Because the farm unions are saying this was completely, there was no provocation. The CM heard the farm unions and just walked off in a huff. What's the messaging that you're sending?
Preeti ji, one thing we want to make clear that the doors are still open for any kind of talks, any kind of negotiations with the farmer unions. We have never said that we're not going to talk. Number one, the negotiations will be still on. This is not a problem. We are ready to accept their demands, which will be done by the state government, by the Chief Minister of Punjab. That is for sure. R.P. Singh ji very clearly said that what was the reason of moving out. The Bharatiya Janata Party is the party when our farmer leaders were onto the fast for death. At that time also, they were not ready to talk. And after convincing them, after writing them a letter, even from the Punjab Chief Minister, they were not ready to talk. And they are talking about us. They are telling us how to handle the situations. We are very clearly open to every kind of negotiations with the farmers. But Bharatiya Janata Party, you should only do one thing. You said that we will complete the demands. You tell us that you are not going to give the MSP to the farmers. We will fulfill it ourselves. If you are not ready, please mention. Don't say that we are ready to talk. We will talk and we will give MSP. The neighboring state is giving.
But
the neighboring state is
as I
not
go to
giving.
Ravneet Singh Barar, the fact is, Dr. Ahluwalia, you made promises a year and a half ago. You've not delivered on the promises, is what Mr. Barar is saying. That's their main reason they are here today.
No, the promise is, we are telling you what are their demands and how to go ahead with this. Now they are saying that the compensation has already been provided even for the people who were literally, who literally was, they died because of the farmer agitation in Delhi.
All right, so you're saying you're putting a father,
because that promise. But at the same time, the center, even after repeated requests, even after getting 3-4 years, they are
You're
not
saying the
able
centre
to
is
do
not
the
delivering
same.
on their promises. Okay, I'm running short of time, but I want to get both our other guests back in. Ravneet Singh, there are two things. Number one, the Punjab government saying we're already providing a roadmap on fulfilling your demands. We've done what we needed to do. Now the centre's not delivering. How are you pinning the blame on us? Number one. Number two, Ravneet Singh Barar, the question that I asked you. How is nationalize license of arms and weapons, scrap the national education policy, do not put domestic electricity meters, relevant demands of farmers?
I'll come to the second point first. There is a correction. We never demanded don't put these meters on domestic thing. We asked for not to put prepaid meters in domestic. Now there is a correction, and there is a correction in arm license. We asked for license to be made simple so that in the areas of the Punjab where these jungly these animals come and they destroy our crops. There is a correction. The demands you are saying, these are not our demands. And third thing, there is a lot of difference in, like there is an English saying, action speaks louder than words. Like Mr. Ahluwalia said, our doors are open. But what is happening in Punjab? Our doors are being shut and this is being standing in front of our doors, and our farm leaders are being arrested midnight at 2 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m. And the other thing, if our demands are not justified, if our demands were so bad, why Mr. CM agreed to it last year in 2022?
Okay.
Was the
But
demands
Ravneet Singh
different
Barar,
that time?
the Aam Aadmi
demands
Party is saying, the government is saying that we have fulfilled our demands. The demands that have not been fulfilled are from the center.
No. There is a correction. These are the demands with Punjab government. The demands with the central governments are totally different. These demands we come up for the protest on 5th. These were the demands that was agreed to us by Mr. CM.
Okay.
And these are the demands with the government of Punjab, not with the government of India.
Okay, so there's so much misinformation. I'm glad that you cleared that. RP Singh, to bring you back into this conversation and with what I ended on after you made your remarks. Interesting, RP Singh, because today you find yourself completely on the opposite fence on what you were in 2020. It's a tad bit more comfortable. You're sitting with the farmers this time.
No. Issue is we are already working on the demands. As I said, the next those neighboring state, Haryana, MSP is on each and every crop. But just point aside, my concern is still why walk out of meeting in half. Why at 8 p.m.? You got to stay for another hour or so. Why? There's something to relate to 8 p.m. That's the bigger concern.
RP Singh ji, please don't the chief minister like this. When you don't know what is the reality, don't play like this sitting on the channel. So this is not at all.
Did I said anything? I simply said why walk out? Why walk out in a hub? I started with that. That's the concern. Concern is why did he walk out of a hub?
Elected by the people of
Don't he
Punjab.
hold meetings after 8 p.m.?
Please, you're sitting on a national channel. Don't speak like this about our.
All right, let's all maintain decorum. Let's all respect. Let's all maintain decorum. Let's all respect the constitutional post.
I simply saying, why walk out of a meeting which you started?
Mr. Barar, you want to come in 10 seconds and I want to move on, sir.
Please.
Yes, I agree. Everyone should maintain decorum.
There was a simple demand that we had yesterday. It was what variety of seeds we should buy for paddy. Because last year it was you should sow this variety of paddy, but when it came to procurement, we had lot of problems. So we asked our honorable CM what variety of seeds we should buy so that at the later stage there should be no problem in procurement. Isn't this demand just justified or it is not justified? Okay. Please come up, Mr. Ahluwalia, please let me know.
Well, I don't have the time. I wish I had the time. But Mr. Ahluwalia, 10 seconds and I need to go into a break quickly, sir.
I
justify demands which you're not.
I agree with Ravneet Brar.
Sir, allow him to answer. I'll come to you also for 10 seconds.
I agree with Ravneet Brar ji that whether the hybrid breed or some other breed seed should be there. I definitely agree that the things will be clear to them and everything will be explained. But
okay, so you're saying it will be explained.
Stop the roads. You will make a bigger protest.
Okay, RP Singh, 10 seconds you get, sir.
Very small point. First, I never meant anything else other than that he rushed out of the meeting. One, I mean, don't constitute anything into it. Secondly, that's the seeds which he is talking about. Yes, the state government should ensure that whatever seed they provide, they should also ensure that they will pick up the procurement of
I've run out of
crop.
RP Singh ji, you have sent that hybrid breed.
Sir, आपने दिए क्यों?
Okay, you know, we are going to keep getting into this tutu meme and this back. Okay, I'm gonna let it be. I appreciate all three of you for joining us, and we'll keep a keen eye on all developments that are taking place. 5th March, which is tomorrow, is the call for Chalo Chandigarh when it comes down to the various Kisan unions. Spare